My name is Mark Flournoy, and I'm a senior bonder at the University of the South. A diverse set of people and experiences have shaped who I am today. I was born outside Philadelphia and spent a lot of time visiting New York and Boston before settling in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. I've always grown up in suburbs, but living up north left me an affection for big cities and big ideas. My family is very important to me and reflects a lot of who I am. My mom was from a family of teachers in New England, while my dad grew up in a military family in the South. Service was a constant part of my upbringing, as was community involvement. This was especially shown through church and Boy Scouts, where often I worked in soup kitchens in Chapel Hill and Washington, D.C. I consider these some of my formative experiences growing up and my introduction into service. Playing sports and my involvement in Boy Scouts were instrumental in developing key skills and values when I was younger. When I first came to Sewanee as a bonder, the first initiatives I got involved in were youth empowerment at local high schools. While just recently removed from high school myself, I came from a place that valued engaged, active, and empowered youth. In Chapel Hill, I had worked on a number of youth-led initiatives, from building the first youth-led Habitat House to participating in the development of a youth center as well as a youth summit. Back in Sewanee, we began developing workshops on understanding community at South Pittsburgh High School. Here, we had discussions such as constructing an ideal community and breaking down what characteristics compose your community. It's really opened my eyes to the potential and insight that local high school youth had. For the most part, the students had essentially no voice in their communities. Despite this lack of input, they had some of the most critical and astute perspectives on their community. This was when I first realized the importance of a strong, vocal youth in the development of a community. Without realizing it, I began to transform myself into the very mentors that helped shape me when I was growing up. These discussions culminated in the first ever Allied Youth Summit, of which the name was created by the students themselves at South Pittsburgh High School in 2013. This summit involved nearly 40 students from Grundy, Franklin, and Marion counties at 3 different high schools. When students from each high school broke down into small group discussions, they began to understand that they all faced similar problems and connect with each other. This was such an important moment of clarity in understanding youth and communities, and tasked us with bringing action to this discussion. As a result, the following year, I transitioned my role as a bonder from facilitating discussion-based workshops into college counseling at high schools. Seemingly a pivot to a different path, I saw it as one and the same. As I grew through my work, I sought more tangible, applicable, and concrete results, and wanted to work more directly with the students. In many of the local communities, sometimes access to higher education can be limited or less common. Education has always been very important to me as a means of growth and development. Even more so, I see access to higher education as a means for opening doors to opportunities that one otherwise would not. This has been some of my most rewarding work as a college counselor. The best feeling is talking with a student with their concerns and uncertainties early on in their senior year, and then seeing them grow throughout the year to be accepted into college and begin the next chapter of their life. It's incredible to watch a student open doors they initially thought didn't exist. The connection between youth empowerment and access to education became so fascinating to me. As a bonder, I've sought to help these students further their education as a means of empowerment. Hopefully, we've fulfilled our goal in empowering students to effect remarkable change to those around them, as well as the communities that they're from and will be going to.